So take us a little back. So what did you see in Johnny Drake?
Releases, he appreciates it so much, but he's looking at what he needs advice. What do I need to tell him on ways he can improve on his music production? How he can get across more to people. So we had a conversation, and I remember after having that conversation, he now wanted me to. He wanted more. He wanted us to work together. I remember I charged Johnny 160,000 or 65,000. I remember vividly. And Johnny looked at me and said, honestly, I don't have that money. But one thing I can assure you,
I will blow.
if we work together, you will not regret it.
Yeah. And he has kept to that word because I keep seeing Johnny introduce you on all the stages.
That was what Johnny said in that studio. When he said it, that was the first time an artist, because some artists will just tell you, it's too expensive, how are you going to charge me that kind of money? And you're like, okay, thank you, you can go. But he knew that, okay, maybe I had something that he can, at least I'm bringing something to the table. And he respectfully said, I don't have that money. All I have is my talent. But if we can work together, you'll not regret it. I was looking at the guy like, this guy, all right, no problem. We'll do stuff together, no problem. So at this point, we took our relationship to the next level. So he's not just sending me songs that were done. He sends me songs that he's working on, and he needs my opinion. What do you think about those songs? Should we release it? Should we drop it? And all that. We're having that relationship of check out the song. Is it good enough for release? So until one day, the one that really changed our lives or his life for good was when we were planning to release a particular song. He has already told me not to mention that song yet. He doesn't want to release it again. We're already planning the release. I was already doing the hype, like I usually do for any of the artists I'm pushing. We're releasing a song this Friday. We're just pushing and all that. Few hours to the release, this guy called me and like, boss, that song, let's pause. We're not releasing it again. I'm like, I've been hyping this song. You're telling me we should not release it again. What are you saying? He said he just did a song in the studio and his mind is telling him to release it. But it's not so. It's pastor's kids, Christians. I'm like, send me the song. He now sent me the song. I played the song. It was a cover of DJ's All. Yeah. When I listened to the song, I wrote him, I'm like, guy, we're dropping this song. We're changing the other one. He was like, you sure? I say, yes. He said, but people, I say, leave people, they'll be fine. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and drop the song.
I can imagine.
He was like, are you sure? I said, guy, as you talk, so go, let's design artwork. We are dropping this song. We'll tell them we changed plan. Let's drop the song. That was how the cover of All by DJ was released by Johnny, and that was it. That basically changed everything because a lot of people were like, wow, the song went viral, people were reaching out, and from there it started dropping other songs, which we wait for me, Romeo and Juliet, Beautiful Love, along that line. Because I remember when we were talking, there was something I always tell him. See, we don't have to sound like other guys.
True.
Just find your sound, stick to it. And I think that was what he did. He did some experiment and discovered, okay, this is my sound. And since then, that has been, we all know the story.
Yeah.
Right? So when we dropped, that basically changed the narrative of everything. And back to what he said in that studio, I don't think I've ever regretted choosing to work with Johnny. I've never, not in any place or form. Somebody that I can hit my hand on anywhere, say Johnny for life.
Yeah. You know, I've seen you come out strongly for Johnny, even before now.
Yeah.
I've seen you root for Johnny severally, and I'm going to ask, how did you feel the first Johnny room when Johnny had to bring you? No, let me do the one that is very recent. Johnny was in Benin and last year,
yeah.
and he had to also bring you up again after Now he's Johnny. He's the superstar.
Yeah.
And of course, Johnny has come to Benin severally after Don Jazzy signed him, and this was different
Yeah.
because it was looking like the state was hosting him. So, and of course, going to the government house, having the chat with the governor, and that show, and of course, the so that it was massive. So, how did you feel? Because Johnny has a tradition that in all Johnny rooms, he always bring you up stage
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So, how did you feel in that moment? The spotlight was on you. Thinking back, what if I had given up and said, if you not pay me, just go? So,
Yeah.
what was in your mind at that moment?
Now, is a conviction in my heart every time that sometimes people don't usually keep to their word, right? And it shows that I didn't waste my time or waste the efforts, the little efforts, I must say, that I put into that brand as a person. The little effort that I put in. It's also a call to every artist out there that sometimes not everybody needs money. What some persons are just looking for is, will you have that loyalty to credit people to say, when I was struggling, this person has always been there. We don't give credit anymore. It's all about myself, me. You don't tell stories and give people credit. Johnny has not failed to introduce me in every Johnny's Room Live I attend.
Yeah.
Lagos, Abuja, the first ever Johnny's Room Live in Lagos. I can remember I was just backstage. I think what was I holding? Normally I assist the backstage is logistics and everything in backstage during his event, and I was just backstage. Trust me, I was not expecting anything. Johnny just called me from stage, first ever. I need to see the crowd there. We were having close to 2,000 people in that venue, and Johnny called me on stage. I almost melted because if you know me well, I'm not a fan of the spotlight. I like hiding myself. And am I standing in front of over 2,000 people, and the guy is talking. I don't know what to do. I don't know if to sit on the floor, if to stand, if to lie down. I was just like, okay, guy, what's going on? And it has been like that since then, and it's just something that I appreciate. Right, and beyond that, it was the best man in my wedding as well. So beyond that, our relationship we've grown to become good friends. Yeah. Right. So it's just something that I appreciate. That is rare for an artist to usually hear of artist and this person quarreling. People they start together. He's no longer taking my calls and anything, but it's just different. I think it's his personality. He's one of those people that appreciates effort, no matter how little he appreciates it. And for me, that's also an encouragement for me. That's why I can still see somebody with or without nothing to say, look, I believe in what you have. Let's see what we can do together. So it's also an encouragement, because if I got a bad feedback or response from it, I wouldn't want to invest in other artists in terms of time and resources. True. But because of that, I thought, okay, at least there's one person who is doing something different. So I'm also believing that you do different. It's not that we are doing it because of that, but just because you don't want to leave this world empty.
True.
You want to make impacts. Is what when we live here, what can people point at to say, oh, that guy when he was here, this was the impact he made in my life. So that's it.
Wow. So how is your? I'm going to ask you a bit personal question. How's your relationship? Sometimes people want to be like, I want to be the one. How's your relationship with Don Jazzy, the Marvin Records, when it comes to Johnny Dre? How is it like? Is it a mutual understanding? Because I notice it in each Johnny rooms, you're always at the forefront. Will you say that? What would you talk about the relationship between you, Don Jazzy, and the Marvin, and Johnny too?
The relationship is very, how will I put it now? Very smooth in a way. There's basically nobody that I don't know at Maven, no department that I don't know somebody at Maven that I can have on speed dial to talk to, even based on my personal, if I need any personal inquiry or something, I cannot reach out to say, look, guys, I need something. So the relationship is very cordial, is very good. It also boils down to how you also treat some of these people.
Yeah, so they have to tell them, no, you can't take Johnny. Give me 1 million.
Yeah, no, because from the get go, it also boils down to being sincere and being loyal, right? From the get go, when the approach was made, I knew. When the deal was signed, I knew. So I wasn't really left in the dark. I knew when every single move was made. So it doesn't call for, and it wasn't like Johnny was my artist signed to me. No, he was an independent artist doing his thing, but we were just working together, right? So when he thought he would have gone ahead to sign the deal and not tell me anything. I'll just see it on the pages of newspaper. Oh, he has been signed. Oh, okay, really? But, yeah, but I knew every single move. Wow. The very first time we went to the airport where he took that flight for the conversation, I was aware. So, like I said, the relationship is very cordial, and we've been doing business together. The last Johnny's Room Live we had in Benin, I think the only time I had to talk with Johnny about the concert was maybe a few weeks to the event. I was doing everything directly with Maven. We're having a conversation. They were supportive. Everything that was needed to make the concert work. We're already having a conversation about this year. I'm just letting that out of the bag.
I'm going to also ask you. Probably you might choose to, you might choose not to. But are we expecting any collaboration? Probably not Johnny, but basically because ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know, this is also Centric Boss. So I've seen you manage some of the biggest shows in town.
Yeah.
I've seen you manage some of the biggest shows in town. When I mean one of the biggest, and don't tempt me to call names, but I've seen you manage some of the biggest shows in town. So talking about that aspect of your life, of your career too, are we expecting any big collaboration that you are excited about anytime soon?
Is it as regards events?
Yes.
Okay. For events, well, we've already been working on collaborations already with that of Maven and Johnny, of course. That has been, we did the second edition last year.
Yeah.
So we've done it before, I think in 2019. So we're definitely going to do another one again. For collaboration, we are already working with MC Edo Piquet, one of the biggest comedians to ever come out from this state.
We have always.
So we've been handling his shows for years now. So for that, those are for collaborations. Then we're also looking at working at something this year, strictly for the Christian community. You can't take me out of the church space. I'm sorry. So no matter how far I go in the mainstream industry, you cannot take me out of the church space. I'll always go back. So we have something coming up for the Christian community, worship and chill. That will be coming up this year.
Amazing.
The first edition will be coming out this year. Somebody's dancing behind camera. And
amazing.
Of course, there's a record label coming soon.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you are getting first-hand information here.
So in collaboration with two of my friends, I don't want to mention their name. You already know you know them already, but I won't mention their name. We'll be making an announcement soon. Record label coming pretty soon. So those are some of the things we are working on.
Wow.
Right. No distant time, the information will be out there.
Wow. So you have been busy, man.
What can we do? We must not stay quiet.
Yeah. So what will you say that keeps inspiring you to reach out to? So, because it's one thing to say I love to help this community. Of course, I've seen you do that severally. I've also seen you do that for me. I have a couple of guys around me, and I try to tell you a couple of guys that are doing music. I remember several times I've had to send you a WhatsApp message like, boss, this is my boy. What is this doing? Help me post, and you say send. And you just push it. You don't even ask me like, okay, what is the need for me? This, that. I've seen you do that. So I'm going to ask, what is your inspiration. What gives you inspiration
Okay.
to do what you do?
From the first day we started Gospel Centric in 2012, my drive, the desire to start that platform was not money.
Oh,
It was never money. I'm being very honest with you. Within the first 1 year, I was buying recharge card on credit to buy data to run the website.
wow.
Within the first, because we didn't want to charge. I didn't want to charge. A lot of my friends then look at me like, this boy,
You
you go hail. Although I hail later, sha. There was a point I had to reach out to some artists we were pushing to say, look, our host is going to expire so day, please can you help? And God bless some of them that will reach out to say, look, okay, take this money and sort out 1 year or sort out 6 months or 3 months. As you've been a blessing. So take this. So it got to a point that we can no longer continue to beg. Right? So in order for us to be able to sustain the platform, is blessing people. In order for us to sustain the platform, we now have to have a fee.
At least the platform should take care of itself.
Yeah. But if you don't have it genuinely and the content is good, we'll go ahead and push it.
Yeah.
But if the content is not good, we don't owe you anything.
Because I've referred some artists to come talk to the management, and some of them have had to tell me like, we not get, but they still run am for me.
So if the content is not good, we don't. So because of my initial agreement that look, this thing is not to make money. So the desire has always been, if the content is good, we'll fly with it. If it's not, if there is no money and it's still glorifying God, we'll run with it. So that has been the driving force. Because if I started it because of money, by now I would have closed that platform. But it's not because of money. So sometimes your intention matters when it comes to things like this. Why you started something, you must always go back to what's the purpose of this thing. If the purpose of something is not known, they say abuse is inevitable. So because we know this is why we set up the platform, we're going to be, is it 11 years now? By December 2012, 11 or 12 years? 12. Yes.
2012.
2012. Yeah. So we'll be 12 years by December 2012. So if it was all about money, by now we're not in the house.
You get power. I'm not sure I did up to 3 years. I'm not, did I? I can't remember.
No, because the space is not easy.
Yeah, it the space is not easy. So that's bringing me to the next question to ask. Because how did you survive? How did you survive in the blog?
God. It was God.
Yeah, because you know why it's interesting for me, someone listening is because I tried it. So I know first-hand knowledge. So I can look at him and ask him, Ndidi, how did you do it? Yeah, how did you do it? Because I ran. Personally, my testimony. I borrowed lecture, I ran. You know, it became so choked up for me, and I knew it wasn't my thing. I had to hand it over to the person, and I ran. In fact, the person I handed it over sold it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, after a while. He told me, he tried it for like 2-3 years after, and the person sold it. So, but it was that. It's not like I had to keep doing it. I just looked at someone that was also, I felt that it was passionate around that space, and I said, okay, just do your thing. And I continue living my life and now focused on what I'm passionate about. And that was it for me. So you heard it, God.
Yeah, it's God. Another thing is, if it was like a money-making venture for me, I would have closed shop. But it wasn't. I had other things I was doing. I was into production, or rather I'm into production, I'm into talent management, I'm into event management, event production. So all those things sometimes bring the money for me to sustain it. So that's like a covenant. I don't think we're going anywhere because it's still going to be there. Whether it's bringing money or not, it's just going to be there.
So, you know, I said something earlier. So I gave us, in my head, I want to give us 2 reasons why I said what I said. When I said that he's a legend, and even himself is like, stop it, because he doesn't like that, but I'm going to put him on that spotlight. Now, first thing I said was that you should go and look at Gospel Centric and look at his files so you understand the number of songs that he has pushed. Now, you heard us talking about Johnny and his relationship with Johnny. That's two. I said two. Okay, let me do the third one. The third one is this. Now, don't give us names. How many artists have you managed in terms of discovery and pushing to the limelight?
Wow, how many artists?
You see, he can't even, there are so much. Just give us a number. Tentatively.
Can I? The number.
So you can agree with me that he's a legend.
There's been, but credit must be given to some of the artists I've worked with, because it's not just Johnny. I've worked with the likes of Minister Ikenna, GDK.
Yeah,
Known as GDK.
Yeah, I know GDK.
I've worked with Minister GUC. I've worked with Minister J. Mikey, Mike Bamiloye's son. If you know Ishawuru, you know J. Mikey. I've worked with Yo-Yo, Joy Moore, Reverend Victor Atenaga. Quite a whole lot. I'm trying to favor George. Man, I'm trying to scan through, but I know I've worked with a whole lot of, because you cannot do that number of years in the Christian music industry and not work with these number of artists. I've worked with Myro SA. Presently, I'm working with Rema Onoa, the girl, the lady that did Inerem Dima. Yeah. Presently, we're working. Quite a lot of them. I've lost count, but quite a lot of artists.
So you agree with me? This is a legend.
quite a lot of artists that
this is a legend.
I'm still working with.
Amazing. So, with your experience,
yes.
So, what would you tell the younger generation?
With my experience, number one is focus is needed. Focus, because when I shared my story, I told you how I was a canopy boy, a secretary. I worked with the waste management. Even local balance, I pack dirty. Right?
Who would you leave?
I pack dirty. I roast corn. I peel orange. I ock pawpaw.
Wow.
I say amunge. So I did all that. Well, in fact, I learned barbing. Yeah, I can barb those days. I don't think that works anymore. Then I was earning 30 naira per cut. Every year they give me 30 naira. So focus. One thing that kept me going was I knew what I wanted. Yeah, all those things I had to do them at some point, and I was very convinced that as I was doing those things, I didn't feel bad. I saw these as these are stepping stones. These are things that you're going to build on. They will help build your character. So you cannot be there and feel that's the end of the world for you. No, it might just be a learning process for you to learn about life, learn about patience, and then stay focused, know what you want, and stick to it. Another thing is consistency. Remember when we started Gospel Centric, for close to 5-6 years, I was waking up every 3-4 a.m. to make sure that site stay updated. I have to update it before I rush to the office by 7-8 a.m. So you see that consistency, it became part of me that sometimes, no matter how tired I am, my body will tell me, say, man,
you don't reach.
And I'll make sure that side is updated so that when you get there in the morning,
something new.
You see something new. So that's how you stay relevant. Focus, dedication, and of course, consistency. That's all you need to succeed in life. If you stay there and keep doing it, one day you get results.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid this is how much we take in this episode with the amazing, legendary Ndidi.
My brother.
So I have to add that, he said something very key. Now, you cannot take God away. God, of course, there's a God factor.
Exactly.
You have to be consistent. You have to be dedicated. You have to be patient. You have to grow everything, because everything you do adds to who you will become tomorrow.
Sure.
So I'm sure this process taught him hard work. It taught him perseverance. It taught him staying true to his vision, and ultimately builds him as a person.
Yeah.
So I believe that this episode has touched you. So, and we can't wait to share the next episode. We can't wait to bring to you the next person that is going to, and we believe that you're going to be fired up, because this is where creativity meets inspiration. Keep watching, keep believing. Hey, bros, 6, your dreams are valid. Don't give up now.